Hello and good afternoon, teachers, okay, and welcome to our Thursday afternoon live stream, okay, for our September series, okay. And we are glad, no, and we are excited for this for our session for today, okay, because we will have a very special, no. Ito yung isa sa mga talagang widely requested ng ibang mga teachers natin on ano 'no, para sa skill parang development 'no or para sa distance learning kasi siyempre lahat tayo ngayon nagde-develop ng mga modules. Pero bago pa tayo pumunta diyan sa ating session for today 'no, let me just first greet our teachers, okay. So naglagay ako ng marker kanina, okay. So, I'll start from there 'no because I will not be able to greet, everyone so that we could spend 'no, more time and more time for our session for today kasi medyo pack yung session natin for today no of demonstration of using the tools no that we are going to introduce to you today. Introduce kung hindi niyo pa nakilala pero siguro deepening for the others na gumagamit ng itong mga tools na to. Okay? Pero before teachers no may I ask just a favor, okay, if you could just share our link for today so we could invite more educators. I know we're so busy right now, but I hope that we could still now have more educators in our live stream for today so that we have more interaction. Okay, for those who are here, please do indulge us and engage us later on. Okay. So good afternoon to Teacher Millicent Ming Saway, okay? To Teacher Jessie Ray Millamena from San Joaquin, Iloilo, to Teacher Edmond Evangelista from DepEd Lumbangan National Division of Batangas. Okay? And from si Teacher Millicent Plains from May Kawayan, Bulacan. To Teacher Abigail Ramos. Okay? Blessed afternoon po, watching from San Pablo City, Laguna. And Teacher Lamberto Pilatan Jr. From Iloilo as well. Good afternoon, sir. Of course, no, Teacher Jeffrey Beltran is always here. Go, Teacher Lynette. Okay? Sigaw ni Teacher Jeffrey. Teacher Mark Castle from Mark Castillo from Batangas. Good day, everyone. Okay. To Teacher Sir Knowles. Okay. Good afternoon. To Teacher Joseph Odelon Hermitanyo. To Teacher Aileen Medina. And to Teacher Radu Marco, good afternoon po. No, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Teachers, okay, please do put no your name, your location in the chat no and we'll greet you again later on, okay? Pero for now, magandang hapon po ulit no and welcome to our session for today. So our session for today will be on book creator and Kotobi author workshop, okay, on creating ebook for distance learning. So teachers, no, hindi lang to para sa mga, of course, nagagawa talaga ng ebook. Actually, kahit sa mga nag-print po ng mga modules natin, napaka-useful din ito kasi mas mapapadali ito yung pag-compile and also mas madali tayong makakagawa ng backup copy para sa mga modules natin just in case we need to give a digital copy of our modules no or mga ebooks natin. Kasi yan yung tatayating gawin ngayon. Pero again, just a disclaimer no that this is just an introductory, okay, so we'll not be able to really cover all the features and functions, okay, of the tools that will be used no by our speakers for today, pero hopefully it gives you an idea, okay, para mabigyan po tayo ng mas ng idea about how to use it, ano yung mga potentials niya, ano yung mga strengths at ano yung mga limitations niya. Okay, so yan po yung tatry natin gawin para sa araw na ito. Okay? At meron tayong dalawang speaker for today which will be discussing with us no two different platforms, okay? For two different kinds of devices no. Sa pag-create po ng mga ebook natin. Okay? Hopefully maging useful po sa atin for distance learning. Okay? And okay, bago tayo mag-start, okay, teachers, reminder lang ulit, okay, baka lang may magtanong ulit para po sa mga bago. Although parang nakikita ko from our chat no, marami sa atin mga mga veterans na and mga usual na no in our live stream, okay? For our session for today, this is a certified session as well. So you're going, you will get a certificate after accomplishing the evaluation form. Okay, so we'll be giving the evaluation form later on. Okay, in which no pwede po kayong once you have done the evaluation form, okay, that will become the basis of our certificate for this session, okay, which will be sending via email. Para hindi niyo na po kailangan hanapin, no? So wala po kayong Google Drive na pupuntahan, wala kayong website na kung saan kayo magda-download. We will send the certificate directly, no, into your emails or your inbox. Okay, so abangan na lang po natin sa ating mga inbox yung certificates po natin. Okay? Please give us around 5 to 7 days to be able to give it to you. Okay? So, teachers, huwag natin patagalin at i-welcome na natin ang ating first speaker for today. Okay? Which I'm really glad, no, and I'm really proud to present, no, kasi kakilala ko siya at on a very personal level, no, alam ko yung galing at husay ng teacher na to, no. Isa to sa um, teacher na talagang ano yung level ng energy tsaka yung level ng commitment para sa excellence ay kahanga-hanga. So let's welcome our first speaker for today, okay? Maria Lynette Del Castillo is a grade school computer teacher and part no, of the next new experiences with technology team at Xavier School. Currently, she is teaching Filipino since the start of online classes. She's also an EdTech coach and facilitates training for her co-teachers when it comes to technical assistance. So not only for Xavier School, she's also been very active in giving training to other schools, okay? To help teachers know is in using technology for in the classroom. She's also an Apple teacher, an Ed Puzzle coach, CISO ambassador, and currently she became a certified Adobe educator and a peer deck coach. Okay? At aabangan din pa natin yung peer deck coach status niya, no? Kasi if the schedule allows us, babalik po sa October si Teacher Lynette, no, for our EdTech Tools Festival. So let's welcome to our stream, Teacher Lynette. Okay? Teacher Lynette, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hello po. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.
Yun, oo. Good afternoon. Sabi nga ni Teacher Jeffrey dito, patapos na din sa MA niya yan, Coach. Okay, so yan pa, medyo may pressure pa, no? Pero
Oo.
ganun ka-busy si Teacher Lynette, no? But despite all of this, no, talagang well-balanced. Okay? At again, yung sabi ko sa inyo, isa yan sa mga sobrang grabing energy at very positive, no, sa Xavier School. Okay, I hope that you really meet her in person. Okay, pero Teacher Lynette, bago tayo mag-start siguro is I'd like to give or ask no siguro a overview, okay, ano yung expect or expectations or magiging coverage natin para sa session.
Hello po again sa mga kapwa ko guro dyan. So, for this session, it's more about how to create an ebook. Kung ano ba yung ebook, para saan ba yung ebook, ano ba yung magagawa natin sa ebook na yan, eh, parang ang alam lang natin ay book. So, ano ba
Yes.
talaga yung kaibahan ng ebook sa isang physical book? And then, how we'll be able to use it sa ating pagtuturo in our everyday teaching lives, lalo na ngayong pandemic. So, dun
Yeah.
lang naman tayo
Yes,
magfo-focus.
maraming salamat. Siyempre,
Okay?
Teacher Lynette, lalo na ngayon sa panahon ng pandemic at saka sa distance learning, no, mas lumaki yung role ng ebook para sa ating mga teachers, no. So, teachers, okay,
Yes.
we will no longer hold the time no for Teacher Lynette. So, we'll give now the floor to Teacher Lynette. Teacher Lynette, good luck for on your session. Okay, teachers, okay, enjoy the session. We'll be at the chat just in case you have questions. Let's talk, let's engage in the chat box. Okay. Maraming salamat and Teacher Lynette, okay, the floor is yours now.
Thank you. So, I'll share my screen first. Okay, so magandang hapon po ulit sa inyo mga kaguro. Okay. So, ngayon po, salamat po sa pagpunta nyo at panonood po sa amin. Okay, so again, I will introduce myself. I am Miss Lynette Del Castillo, and currently I am a teacher in Xavier School San Juan. And our session for today will be all about creating an ebook. Okay, so for today's agenda, so we will learn more about on what is an ebook. Okay? So, what are the characteristics of an ebook? Ano ba yung mga dapat nasa ebook? Okay, formats of an ebook. Okay, ebook devices, and of course, creating an ebook through the use of this application, Canva, and how to save your ebook and where can you um, use this for our everyday lives, especially sa teaching. Okay? So teachers, what is an ebook? So way back before we already heard the term ebook, but we are not really familiar with it. It's not that popular, especially when we are not yet focused on technology. So hindi natin alam kung ano ba yung ebook. So ebook stands for electronical book or electronic book. And I guess ebook started way back in 1971 by Michael Hart. So he was the first to use and create an ebook for I think for a project for Declaration of Independence Day. And then that's 1971. Of course, most of us are not familiar with technology yet. Internet is not that common yet. So somebody created ebook, but we stopped there already. So it was not familiarized, it was not popularized. So ebook is just the same with a physical book. It has the same content. The only difference and one major difference is the format. It is on digital format that we can read on any digital device such as cell phones, tablets, laptops, iPads, and most of that we are all using it already now, especially online classes. So lahat yan nagagamit na natin at mas kasama na natin sila araw-araw. Okay? So what are the characteristics of an ebook? So these are the files that we can read on the digital devices. But teachers, it's not that for example a Word document, okay, or slides in Google Slides, in PowerPoint, in Keynote. Teacher, Miss Lynette, lahat po yan nababasa natin sa digital device. Lahat po yan nakikita natin sa laptop, sa iPad. E-book na po ba ang tawag doon? So teachers know. Okay, so we can read them through the devices, but they are not qualified as an e-book. Okay, so Word documents also such as PowerPoint and slides have different criteria with an ebook. So ebook has specific characteristics to make it as an ebook. Okay, para lang po alam natin. So ano po ba yung characteristics that will make them an ebook? So ebook should always be converted into a format that ensures it is uneditable. Okay, so we want, of course, our ebook um, to not be changed. Okay, so if I am the owner of this module, diba, and then I will share it to my co-teachers, I don't like it to be edit, bigla na lang may edit, diba? Ayaw natin yun, yung bigla na lang mababago, pinaghirapan natin yun, tapos biglang mayroong shinare natin sa iba, and then nabago na siya. So that's one characteristic. It should not be editable. Or like for example, may gusto silang baguhin, they can change it right away. Okay? They can change it if they have the owner's permission, okay, to change it. Okay. So some ebook formats, the most familiar ebooks format first is the EPUB. Okay. So EPUB, also known as electronic publication. So EPUB is widely used in all, okay po, in all mga ebooks because this is suitable for almost all of the devices. So kahit anong device nabubuksan ng EPUB. Hindi siya katulad ng ibang mga format na kailangan nyo pang mag-download, something like that. Okay, so it is also easier to read in smaller devices. So kapag may naka-EPUB format siya, kahit sa small phone mo lang, it will be easier to read and view. Okay, so hindi mo na kailangan ng widescreen to view it. So that's one, EPUB. And of course, our very own, our very own, I mean our favorite is the PDF. Okay, meron kaya sa inyo, Churs, na um, hindi pa gumagamit ng PDF. And if mayroon pang hindi gumagamit, then makikilala niyo na po si PDF. PDF, of course, it is also known as the portable document format. And kanina sinabi ko yung word na favorite. Because, why is it a favorite? Because it is very easy to use. PDF is very easy to use. Like, for example, you can just easily send these files to your teachers and then without them editing it, or when you ask them to sign it, okay, or reply slips, all in PDF format. Curricular memos, all in PDF format. Okay, so kilalang kilala natin yan si PDF. First, why? Because it's easy to use. Okay, later, as we go along in our session, I will show you a website about PDF na meron palang ganito na, pwede pala akong mag-merge ng PDF, pwede ko palang i-split yung PDF ko nang hindi ako nahihirapang mag-edit. Okay, so when we are in face-to-face classroom, we are doing, for example, we are going to distribute a quiz to our students. So we will give them the quiz paper, the test paper, and then they will answer. Our students will answer. Same with PDF. We create the quizzes, okay? Then we save it as PDF, and then we distribute it. We send it to their email, okay? And then PDFs now are already fillable. It means that they can already answer the same way like what we are doing in face-to-face classes. Binigyan natin sila ng quiz paper, then sasagot sila. Hindi nila mababago yung question number 1, hindi nila mababago yung question number 2. So some of the teachers are afraid to use the document part because paano kung palitan nila yung tanong or something like that. Hindi po. Pag naka-PDF, pwede nilang i-fill, but they cannot edit. So now, that is the introduction part of about ebook. So now let's go in creating an ebook. Okay po. So let's create ebook by using this application that we call Canva. Okay, so for those who are not familiar with Canva, okay, this is a application wherein you can edit and create your own designs, your own templates. It depends on your needs talaga, teachers. So simply, you will go to canva.com. So you can just simply type it on the web address, canva.com. If teachers, you already have an account on Canva, will just simply log in to your account, okay? But if you are new in Canva, it's very easy to register. So just register through your Gmail accounts or through your email accounts. Because teachers, it's very much easier when your Canva is linked to your emails because of the updates with the recent notifications and with the latest features. So you will all be notified in your emails once you were able to link this in your account. So what will you see in the Canva? So once you open Canva dashboard, you will see there a lot of templates and a lot of recommended designs. So you have there for presentations, if you are doing presentations every day for your PowerPoint, if you have Facebook and you want to add up some spice and creativity to your post, you can also edit here to the social media design. So there's a lot. Instagram, yan, kung influencer kayo, teachers, ayan, so magagamit niyo talaga yung Canva. And videos, for example, you're a YouTube blogger, you can also edit your YouTube banners here, your intro and outro for your YouTube, so there's a lot. And many more designs, okay? So, um, have you experienced teachers before when there's no applications like this or it's not yet popular? You will spend some hours or really spend your energy in thinking what template will you be using, 'di ba? Kung ano yung picture na ilalagay niyo sa mga presentation niyo, then type niyo si Google, hanap-hanap, ay hindi to bagay, ay hindi to bagay. So, may mga ganun tayong instances which is nakakapagod naman talaga. So, how many classes gagawan nyo pa ng PowerPoint? But with Canva, you will just simply click the design or the template that you need. Then you will be having all already the templates, and then you will just have to choose the template that is suitable for your presentation. Okay? So, napakadali na lang po nun. Okay, so this is not a paid promotion po for Canva. No? I just really love using Canva. Okay, so now our topic is focused about ebook. Okay, so creating an ebook. So as you can see, dito po sa dashboard, ay marami ng templates. There are a lot of templates in the dashboard. You will be overwhelmed at one point. But if you already have this thing in mind that you need to do, you can just search it over in the search bar. And when we are using ebook, I suggest po, isang tip po, na ang isi-search nyo po ay A4 document. Miss Lynette, bakit po A4 document? Why not a poster or a postcard, infographic? Teachers, it's really up to you kung ano po ang kailangan nyo or ang need nyo. I am just suggesting A4 document because this is the universal size, such as the US letter na size. Universal size meaning madali siyang makita sa iPad, laptop, cellphone. It's very easy to read. So let's try A4 document. Okay, so after that, once you already type the A4 document, you will be redirected to this page. As you can see, there are a lot, okay, of A4 document templates. So, hindi na kayo yung nagsa-search, teachers. Sila na yung lumalapit sa inyo na, piliin mo ko, di ba? Di ba? Hindi na kayo yung namimili, di ba? So, sila na yung lumalapit para piliin. So, what we need for ebook is just create a blank A4 document. So, as you can see here, yung unang-una po, yun po muna ang gagamitin natin for this session. So, create blank A4 document. Then, after that, you will be directed to this blank canvas. So, it's like a clean white paper. So, for some of you who are already using Canva and is familiar with Canva, okay, so you know the drill. Okay, so this is the blank paper, but don't be scared or think about na I'm gonna be doing it from scratch again. Okay, no teachers, Canva is here to help. So um just type ebook. So ebook po yung ating gagawin. So ebook, of course kailangan natin ng ebook cover. So let's choose an ebook cover. So just type here in the search bar in the templates. So mamaya isa-isahin po natin yung mga nandito sa left side. We'll just go over those, okay? But we start first with the template. So ebook cover. So let's do some searching for the ebook cover. So as you can see, teachers, as I scroll down my mouse, you can already see a lot of templates available. So what you need to do is just to search for the one, okay? For the one for you, okay? For that very suitable template, okay, that will really make your readers interested to your ebook. Okay, so for this one, for example, I will be choosing this template. Okay, so for example that as you hover your mouse, okay, you will see the other pages of this template. Okay, so you will already see, oh, mayroon pala siyang ganito. Okay, so that this is how the other pages will look like. So you really don't need to click it just to see what it looks like. So as you hover your mouse, so at specific template, you will see it like this. Okay. And then for that, I will be choosing this template for my ebook as a sample. So everything here, cheers, is editable. You can customize this from the title to the color of the book to the font, everything. You can change this. Okay, so if you don't like how it looks like, you just want the theme, okay, then you can edit. Okay, but if you are already loving the vibe of this template, then you can just edit the content. That's what I am doing now, to edit the content. So for example, I will just um, edit the name. Of course, for example, I'm the author. So I will just edit it with the author's name. And my ebook is about, for example, our topic for today is ebook. And the title of my ebook is, for example, let's try ebook mo na. Okay? So, yan. So, ebook mo na the title of my ebook. So, for example, it's all about, okay, how to create an interesting ebook. So, So, that is the cover page already of my ebook. So, just as easy as that, Chris. You don't need to think about the um, color palette already of your ebook. What will it look like? Okay. So all you just need to do is to adjust the font size, the pictures. Okay. So for example, I don't like that anymore. So I can just simply delete it. Okay. So now we already have the book cover, the ebook cover from the templates available. Now, how if you are going to use your own template? Pwedeng-pwede naman yung teachers. So, all you need to do is click on the add page. Okay, so click on the add page. So, as you can see, okay, there is already the color from our color palette, but you can easily change that from the color palette, the background color over here on the upper left corner. As you can see, I am pointing my mouse here. So you can select any colors that you like. And what's good about Canva, for example, the ebook cover that I chose already, there is the palette already. Okay, available palettes. So you don't have to look for ano bang mas bagay dun sa peach, something like that. Or ano ba yung color na kailangan kong ilagay para it will not go out of style. So there is already a lot of color palettes available that will really match the ebook that you are making. Okay? So for example, I will stay to that color. So now by you can also upload your own photos. Okay. So for example, I will click on upload and I will be using this photo over here because it's about ebook. So you can just click on it. Okay, click on it. And then automatically, you don't need to double click it first. Just click on it. Automatically, it will be here inside. And then you can just adjust it, adjust the size, just right amount, okay, or kung gaano nyo kalaki kagusto yung photo. So, for example, ganyan. And of course, to add um, more style to it, okay, let's put some text, okay. So, for example, you can use a lot of text available here if you are going to create your own ebook. So for example, I will be using this. Okay. Okay. And then just to match, so I will be clicking the transparency. Okay. Here. So transparency, para saan po ang transparency, sir? So basically, ina-adjust niya lang yung photo kung if you want to add more creativity in your photo, parang ganyan. Okay, transparent style. And then you want the words or the text to be more readable, okay, but at the same time, you want to put a picture para hindi naman masyadong plain, okay? So you can really explore more on transparency and how to use it as you are using Canva already. So for example, let's change this to ebook muna. So that's the title of my ebook, diba? Ebook muna. Okay, so there, and then um, you can adjust it. Let's put it this way at 55. So it's not that light and it's not that strong also that parang hindi mo na makita yung title mo sa book. So just like that. And then you can add other elements already in your um, book cover. This is teachers if you don't want to use the templates available. For example, you already have a book cover in mind and you want to really use your own style, then it's very much okay. Okay. But for those of you who want to use the templates from Canva, because there's really a lot and you will just need to edit it, then it's also okay, cheers. It's really up to you kung saan po kayo comfortable, okay? And of course, mas confident, okay? Then after that, of course, let's go and add some page. When we are creating an ebook, another important content is the table of content. Okay. So in my experience, I had this time wherein it's very hard for me to format the table of content. I don't know why, but there's really a time when the margins won't align, parang ganon, and then some numbers are bigger. I don't know if hindi lang talaga ako marunong at that time na mag-ayos, mag-format ng table of contents. But thank you to applications like this, diba? It will really give us an easier time in our modules or presentations. And for ebook cover, we don't need anymore the cover. So what we need is table of contents. So type table of contents in the search for template. Okay, so teachers. Ayan, so ito-type ko lang siya. Then after that, see, you can see all the different templates available for table of content. So teachers, hindi na tayo mahihirapan to adjust. Okay, but as I mentioned earlier, you can still create your own. Okay, this is just guide really. If you want to get ideas, if you want to get color themes, styles, so this will really help us a lot. Um, I will be choosing a table of content. So I will be choosing this one, okay, because it matches my theme. Okay, it matches my theme color as well. So for my table of contents, it's very easy. So you can just edit, okay, so edit this one to what you want. So for example, this is page 2. So what is ebook? Okay, you can just simply edit it. Okay, characteristics of ebook. Okay, so as well as you can also use this for your classes if you will not create an ebook, but you can also use Canva for your classes also for your modules, a lot really teachers. So this is just an example. And then after that, of course, the most important part of ebook is the content. Okay, because in content, okay, this is where your readers will really be interested. Okay, so kung na-catch na yung attention nila sa cover, sa ebook cover, because that's also one tip teachers to make your ebook covers very simple, catchy, but creative. So that cover pa lang, your readers will already be interested. Okay, they will not be bored, parang ganon. So after that, of course, we need to build up the content. So we will be adding a page. So just click add page again. Okay, so I will be clicking add page. And then after that, you will now start to create your content. So my tip, teachers, since this is an ebook, I think that you need to um, stay as simple as possible. Don't overuse a lot of elements, a lot of pictures, a lot of logos, okay? Okay, because this is not a baby book, okay? So let's make it precise and your elements just the writing that you really need. So for example, let's go to element, okay? So as you can see, there are a lot of pictures from background, okay, from graphics. There are really a lot. So parang, wow, ang dami kong pwedeng pagpilian. Ilalagay ko to, ilalagay ko din to, parang ang cute nito. Okay, hanggang nagmukha na siyang scrapbook. Okay, so we don't want it that way unless you are really creating a scrapbook. Okay, so let's set it aside and that's for another session. But for today, we are creating an ebook. So I will turn my background color to white just to maintain the simplicity of my ebook. Okay, so I'll make it to white. And then for example, choose you have your own design already. So you have something in mind, you want it really simple. I am thinking to use the shapes. So as you can see, I click elements. So in elements, you will see different kinds of pictures and graphics available for your ebook. Okay, for your ebook. Hindi na siya hassle that you will be going to Google and then type book image. Okay, and then may background pa. So, tatanggalin nyo pa yung background. Okay, or minsan itatype nyo pa book PNG para walang background. Okay, and then isi-save nyo pa sa ano nyo, sa desktops nyo, di ba? Or kailangan nyo naman ng, for example, boy reading image. So, type nyo yan sa Google. And then, wala kayong makita. May pixelated, may blurred. So, 'di ba? It stresses us, okay? So it in Canva it saves us energy in looking and searching for those pictures or images. So I will be using, so let's see all the shapes available. So as you can see, there's a lot of shapes. So I'll try to use this one, the square. As you can see, there's a square. And then I will just use it as a border. Okay, as a border or a design to my content. So I will resize it. So as you can see, you can easily resize it. Sure. So for example, this way. And then let's change the color to the color palette para it will suit my ebook. So this is the color palette of my ebook. So see teachers, you will not have a hard time to compare if it suits your ebook or it's out of style already. So I will be getting this, okay? And then I will insert another shape. Okay, I will insert another shape and this is it again. So I will put it here. And teachers, you can also see if it's aligned. Okay, so there's a purple marker that you can see if it's aligned or it's not yet straight. Okay, and then I will adjust this until the end like that. Okay, so I will change the color again. So I'll change it to this one. Okay, so something like that. And then let's put a design or image. So it's about ebook. So I will go and search for a book. Okay, so here I will be getting this image book. So teachers, there's really a lot of image that you can see in Canva. So since this is black, the outline of my image is black and it will really not fit my theme, I am going to change it. So we just go to the color palette and click it, then change it to white. Okay, okay there. So it's changed into white. I think it's much better like that. Okay, and then now let's try to put the content. Okay, so I want you to go on the left side and you will see the icon T. It's for text. So just click on text and then click on add a little bit of body text. So just a little bit of body text. Okay. And as you can see, as you click that, you will already see that you can already put a text. Okay. So for example, what is an ebook? So this is your introduction. So you can edit it already. You can maximize the size. So it's really up to you. Okay. So as well as you can also use this for your lessons, diba? As a reviewer for your students, pwede nyo rin itong gamitin, sure. So kung ano yung lesson nyo, then gawa lang kayo ng simple note or reviewer para sa kanila, pwedeng-pwede na rin yan, sure. And then, so for example, nalagay ko na dyan kung ano yung ebook. This is the first part of my ebook. And then after that, I want to add another part. So I want to add an image. So for example, a globe. Why globe? Because ebook is already used around the globe. O, di ba? Ayos. Okay, so around the globe ng ebook. So maglagay tayo ng globe dyan. And again, let's change this to white to suit our theme color. So, ayan, let's change it to white. And there. Once it's already changed, okay, so once it's already changed, now we can again add up a text. So add a little bit of body text again, and then you can already add another topic, okay. So as you can see, nagamit din natin yung color, okay, the peach color and the brown color to separate the topic. Okay, so isa yung tip para hindi naman yung puro tayo um, paragraph ng paragraph ng paragraph. So, ito rin yung parang bookmark na, okay, nandito na tayo sa next chapter, nasa next topic. Adding creativity lang din, choice. But again, you can also look for templates in Canva. So, for example, ito naman yung ebook, how ebook is used around the globe. So, for example, like that. Okay. And then there. And then, of course, we just edit it. You can also edit the font. Same with Microsoft Word or in Google Docs. Yan, meron ding mga fonts si Canva that you can choose from. So, for example, that. Okay. And then you can already um, edit that. So this is just one example. Okay, so another example, I will be adding page. I really love using the shapes because it's simple and it will not make your modules or your presentations overboard. Okay, because you want it to be simple as possible so that your students will focus on the content and not on the pictures all over your ebook. So for example, I will be using this shape again. Okay, you can resize it and make it as a marker. So something like that. Ayan, ganyan lang kasimple. Okay? And then you can also add another one to make it as a page number. So make it small and put it on top. Okay? And then add tayo ng text. Okay, add tayo ng text again. So add tayo ng text. Page 1. So something like that. So we need to edit it to make it more look like page. Okay, so let's put it over here. So like that. Okay. So ayan, page 1. So Just as simple as like that. Okay? Mukha siyang template ng Canva, pero ginawa niyo lang talaga siya, di ba? So, as simple as that. It will be still your own preference choice. Okay, and then after that, you can already put the content of your ebook, your module, or your presentations for your class. Okay, and if you don't want to be doing your own design, then again, you can simply just type on ebook, and then you can already see the templates available. So we can still add page, and then for example, you want to use this daily planner. Okay, see, it's also for your weekly planner. Okay, you don't have to create the shapes anymore. So there, it's already available. See? It's really up to you, choose. If you want your own design, if you want to plan things that will that your students will understand easily. Okay, kung wala naman yung gusto nyong design sa Canva, then you can use this as inspiration. And then katulad ng ginawa ko kanina, as simple as like this, 'di ba? Meron ka ng sariling template. Okay? And then let's try saving it already. And I only did 6 pages. In Canva, there's a maximum of 30 pages and some naman 100 pages. I think for the premium users, the maximum page for an ebook is 100 pages. So for example, cheers, meron kayong 300 pages na ginagawang ebook or 150 pages na ginagawang ebook. Hindi na ba kayo pwedeng mag-Canva? Of course, sis, pwedeng-pwede kayong mag-Canva. So, i-download nyo lang po to as PDF. Okay, so download your ebook as PDF since para it will not be edited and they cannot change it, then click on download. So as you can see, it's downloading already. Okay. Like that. So, while we are waiting for it to download, so ayan na, download na natin. Balik na po tayo sa home. So, in the home is where you will see your heart. Hindi, joke lang. So, sa home, dun niyo po makikita yung mga designs na nagawa nyo. So, this is where your recent designs will be uploaded. It will be like your Google Drive of your Canva design. So, you can always go back to your designs that you did even for more than 10 months, for over a year, it will still be here. Okay. So, for example, this is the design that I made. Okay, and then it's 100 pages. I need 50 pages more. So what you need to do first is to just simply hover your mouse on the design, wait for the 3 dots, and then make a copy. So just make a copy of that. Okay, copy of the design that you made. So ayan, pwede na ulit kayong gumawa ng 50 pages. And then download it as a PDF. Eh, paano yun, Teacher Lynette? Okay, mapuputol na yung first 100 ko, tapos na ako, tapos paano na yung 50 pages? Okay, putol na, ang pangit, hindi na siya ebook. Okay, so no worries, sirs, if that happens, for example, you need 150 pages, just download the first 100 page in your Canva, okay, and then make a copy, download again the 50 page, and then let's go to another website that I will be introducing you, just the basic part one. It's called smallpdf.com. So I don't know if you are already familiar with this or you are already using this, but I am also using this small PDF. So again, first, ano nyo yan, screenshot nyo na yan if you want, small, small PDF. And then after that, you can just choose file. So, nakikita niyo po may merge PDF dyan. But there's a lot of tools that you can do with small PDF. So, you can compress PDF, PDF converter, for example, hindi gumagana si Google Docs. So, you can go to PDF converter in small PDF and convert it split PDF, you need to cut something, and a lot more. So you can explore on this more um, after our session. Okay. And then what we need to do is merge PDF. So that's it. Merge PDF. You are going to combine PDF files. So for example, modules. Ayan, madadaming modules, 20 pages na modules or 100 pages na modules kailangan yung pag-combinein. For example, mula 2016 hanggang 2021. Ang dami nun. Pero para lang makita niyo na pwede siyang i-compile, okay? Hindi kayo save ng save sa isang folder, okay? So it's up to you, choose. And then choose file niyo lang or drag niyo lang yung PDF natin kanina. So the first part, the 100 pages PDF, and then drag again the 50 pages PDF. And after that, it will be already merged into one. So parang ginawa niya lang siya into one document. Okay? Walang makakaalam na divided sila into first 100 and to first 50. So after that, very free to, so it's very downloadable. Okay, so that's it, sirs. That's just the basics on how to create an ebook and module presentations, and then how to convert it to PDF and share it to your colleagues, to your co-teachers. Um, that's it po. Thank you so much po.
Thank you, maraming salamat Teacher Lynette at, sa ano nun sa na-refresh ulit 'no, although, marami ng, exposure mga teachers natin pagdating sa Canva pero grabe yung nakita ko sa paggamit ng, Canva for ano 'no, for creating ebook. Again, sobrang sabi nga ni Sir Jeffy kanina, padaliin ng buhay i-Canva na yan. Okay, so, maraming salamat Teacher Lynette,
Yes,
for giving us no an introduction to ebook, no, a refresher no, on how what an ebook should be, okay, and paano siya ano no, puwedeng gamitin at gawin, okay, sa Canva at natuwa ako dun sa bago kong nakita ngayon na smallpdf.com. Okay, although sabi ni Teacher Jeffrey may limitation lang daw sa conversion, but I think naman no, kung hindi naman tayo every time nagko-convert, that should actually be useful
yes.
regardless no. Pero siyempre tipid lang no, wag naman tayo like oras-oras nagko-convert ng mga PDF natin. Okay? So, Teacher Lynette, maraming salamat. Teachers, do you have questions, concerns, or clarifications kay Teacher Lynette? Okay? Bago natin siya, ano muna, no? We'll be parking muna for a while, Teacher Lynette, in the backstage no, as we go through our second session. Okay? Pero we can, meron. Ma'am Lynette, okay? Yung PDF
Yes po.
editor po ba ay pwede pong gamitin sa paglalagay ng iba pang MOVS dun sa nagawa sa Canva? I think these are Teacher Lourdes Santa Juana. Can we clarify? Are we
Yeah po,
talking
baka iba
about?
yung masagot ko sa MOB.
Oh,
So,
baka video file to. Yan, Teacher Pao.
hi po.
Hello.
Yan. Okay, paki-clarify lang Teacher Lynette, Teacher Lourdes kung anong ibig sabihin natin sa MOVS doon sa nagawa sa Canva. Okay, for the meantime, let's answer first ito kay Teacher Jomar. Okay? Teacher Lynette, would you be able to provide some templates? Sorry if you're ready. Okay, templates, no? Daw, Teacher Lynette.
For our fellow teachers, yes po, meron naman pong mga templates or pwede naman din po yung mga nagawa ko ding templates if you want to use it po, pwede rin naman po. So, dahil po sa Canva, madali lang din pong mag-share. So, para po akong influencer ng Canva. Pero dahil po sa Canva, madali lang po mag-share ng templates. So, very easy lang yun, Sir Jomar. So, pwede ko pong i-email sa inyo, share the template for the ebooks, and then you can also share it to your co-teachers. Parang template lang yun, wala naman yung content. So, very
Yes.
easy access nyo lang po yung magagawa.
And again, speaking of templates, ang daming templates din sa Canva na pwede. Nakita nyo kanina yung ginagawa lang ni Teacher
Yes,
Lynette is
ang
just like
dami.
simply typing, searching dun sa search bar natin at lumalabas na yung mga templates natin. Okay? So yan, maraming salamat Teacher Lynette. At na-clarify po ng ating second speaker, no? Thank you so much. Okay? Ang MOVI means of verification. Okay? So, Yung PDF editor po ba puwedeng gamitin sa paglagay ng iba pang mga means of verification? I think sa ano 'to, sa yung sa kanilang IPCRF yung for, rating purposes, okey. Puwedeng-puwede yan definitely Teacher,
Yes
Lourdes 'no,
po.
puwede niyong i-compile
Meron po
dito.
dun sa
Go ahead Teacher Lynette.
Meron po meron po dun sa, part po nung sa, small PDF, though I am also using a free trial. So, katulad nung sinabi kanina ni Mr. Beltran, meron siyang limit, especially kung free trial lang yung gamit. Pero, Miss, Lourdes, meron po siya, puwede po siyang, gamitin talaga. Magagawa po yung sa editor na yun. Meron po dong option ay, dun po sa upper part. Puwedeng-puwede po.
Maraming salamat 'no, Teacher Lynette for that, okey. So puwede naman na, gamitin talaga yan. Siguro last question na Teacher Lynette, okey. This is from Teacher Jocelyn. Can it be used for making an e-portfolio po?
The Canva po?
I think
Yes
so,
po,
yes, teacher. Oo.
puwede rin po yun, Teacher Jocelyn. Puwede
Yeah,
rin po siya sa
puwedeng-puwede, oo.
e-portfolio.
Actually madami 'no,
Opo,
Teacher Lynette, parang
pati TikTok po, puwede rin po dun.
yes 'no, ang
Opo,
dami niyang, puwede talagang gamitin 'no.
puwede
And,
pong
oo. Maraming salamat 'no, Teacher Lynette 'no, for answering those questions. Okay, so for the meantime, teachers, okay, we'll be parking, Teacher Lynette, okay, in the background as we welcome our second speaker for today, for creating ebook for distance learning. Maraming salamat, Teacher Lynette. We'll see you in a while for the panel discussion. Yan, Teacher, Pao, magandang hapon. Okay, buti nakahabol. Yes.
Yes, as always. Alam mo naman nakita ko nga meron
Yes, oo.
kadating lang, humabol, kakauwi lang, yan,
Oo,
ayan.
oo.
So, hello
Yan,
po, good afternoon po, teachers.
good afternoon, Teacher Pao. Na bago natin, i-welcome ating second speaker for tonight, Teacher Pao, it's already night, no?
Yes,
Ano
na.
natin, address muna natin, no, or meron tayong magandang insight, no, from Teacher Manolita White, no, in our chat. Okay, and
Yeah.
sabi niya dito is that ebook is a boon for disabled elders with poor eyesight. Totoo yan, no, medyo mahirap yan. Kasi syempre, kapag ebook na yan, kaya you'll be forced to actually look at the screen. Kaya alam natin kung gaano ka ano rin yung ano no yung danger ng blue light no. But not for students because screen reading decreases mental um but not for students because screen reading decreases mental retention. Students feed on ebook din perform well compared to actual book. So meron talaga pa rin um ano pa rin 'no, siguro benefit na naka-printed 'no, yung mga books natin. Kaya siguro
Yes.
lang alam mo oo, alam ko yun at totoo rin yan 'no, yung, kahit ako kasi personally for example yung yung nahawakan mo, nafi-feel mo yung texture, kahit yung smell, okay, ng ano, ng book actually somehow contributes to the overall experience of reading, okay. So, definitely may ano yan 'no, may truth dun sa sinasabi ni Teacher Manolito. But what's your opinion, Teacher, Pao?
Actually, ako kasi ano rin ako, actual book ako. Medyo hindi ako
Yes,
talaga
oo.
in PDFs. It's
Mm.
just that it's easier for me because compact siya. Yun kasi yung
Yes.
benefit niya, hindi mo kailangang bitbitin yung sobrang dami, 'no? Hindi rin
Yes, totoo.
sa panahon ngayon 'no, ang benefit talaga sa'kin ng mga, naka-PDF na book or mga e-books nga, it's easy for me to make notes because I can do screenshots of works and then do my notes or something like that. Mas madali na gano'n kaysa, yun nga kung actual medyo bulky din. So, kahit magpalipat-lipat kasi ako ng device, nandun makikita ko yung ano.
Yes, correct 'no, oo, totoo. So, even if merong ano, may mga disadvantage siyempre yung ano natin, yung mga e-book natin 'no. In terms like portability, accessibility, ng mga information 'no, it actually provides you that much more portability and accessibility for information. Actually, Teacher Pao, ang e-book ay isa sa mga considered as, open educational resources na ano 'no, ni-launch, para to provide access no or accessibility for students kasi alam natin kung gaano katagal at gaano kahirap mag-print ng mga books, okay? So, having an ebook actually cuts off that process, okay? Kasi for example, no, kahit tayong mga, for example, educators, pwede tayong mag-produce ng resources or mga ebook, no? Kasi for example, pag print hindi naman lahat ng mga books natin mapiprint, no? Or hindi lahat ng educators makakapag-produce or makakapag-print ng books nila. Okay? So let's now put that on the side now, and we'll discuss further later on during our panel discussion. For the meantime, let's now welcome our second speaker for today.
All right. Okay, so our next speaker is a writer director with 6 years of experience in filmmaking, events production, and coverage, as well as corporate work. He is passionate about creating independent films, but also dabbles in commercial work such as AVPs and music videos. Knowledgeable in the use of the latest filmmaking equipment and software, he enjoys working with a variety of actors and crew members of different levels of experience. Currently, he's working as the project development officer of the Learning Resource Management section of DepEd QC, where he is the assistant lead of the module development program. Mga kaagapay, let us all welcome our speaker, Sir Brian Spencer B. Reyes. Sir Brian. Yan.
Just wait for Sir Brian to get in.
Pistahin ata si Sir Brian, ano?
Yes,
Hello po.
oo. Yan, good afternoon, Sir Brian. Okay. We just can't see your camera yet, Sir Brian.
Ay, wait lang po. Medyo lag eh.
Okay lang, Sir Brian. Okay? So Teacher Pao, in the module development program, okay, so talagang naka-situate na si Sir Brian, no, sa module development. Okay? Actually nakilala ko siya, and na-meet naka-connect ako kay Teacher Brian through our one of our speakers, no, in Kaagapay Teacher Support. Ayan, Teacher Isay Marian Lobrin, okay, kasi siya yung nagbigay ng training sa mga QC teachers. Yan, okay. So, Sir Brian, good afternoon and welcome to Kaagapay Teacher Support, okay, and to our session for today.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon, Sir
So, Sir
Brian.
Brian, so before siguro, Sir Brian, we give you the floor. Maybe you could give us some overview of our session and what will be the expectation from your session by our teachers.
Actually, ang Kotobi po ay, yun nga, last time I had a training with Kotobi was actually last year. Yung onset po kasi nung pandemic, di ba? Talagang nagra-rush po lahat, nag-switch to digital. So, yun nga po, ang training niya actually, I only heard about Kotobi when it was given by central office as a training para po cascade sa mga schools. Ayun po. So, like Canva, it's also a ebook creation tool. Yun po. So, it also uses EPUB. Ayun po.
Okay. First time ko actually narinig yung Kotobi. Kaya ako curious
Yes.
yung Kotobi
Marami
na to.
kasi parang ngayon marami mga schools talaga yung gagamit ng Kotobi, no, for producing ebook. So isa sa mga nire-request at nag-message pa sa akin yung mga teachers, no, for this session. Okay, so Sir Brian, good luck on your session, and we'll give you the floor now. Okay, teachers, good luck. Enjoy the session, okay? And we'll be in the chat again to engage you. So just let us know, no, for anything in the chat. Okay. Good luck, Sir Brian.
Okay, thank you. So, let me just share my screen. Yan, okay na po. Ata nakikita na po. Okay, so
Yes, Sir Brian.
Okay po. So, para lang po makakonserve ako sa data kasi medyo naglalag po ako. Mag-off cam po ako. Ayan. Para din mas makita nyo po yung screen ko. Okay. So, when I usually do Kotobi training, usually po kasi siya, hands-on workshop. So, nakaka-interact ko po yung ating mga teachers kapag ano. So, minsan pag mabilis, they can ask me to slow down. Pero since recorded naman po ata yung session natin, pwede nyo na lang po balikan if ever hindi po kayo maka-follow agad. Okay? So actually, Kotobi is actually an umbrella, well, I think brand for numerous tools like Adobe. Kung alam niyo po ang Adobe Photoshop, InDesign, Premiere, After Effects. So marami siyang tools for various uses. So for Kotobi, it's actually called Kotobi Author. So this is the actual ebook creation tool. So like what Teacher Lynette discussed earlier, it's an ebook is actually para siyang interactive PDF. Pero I think with Kotobi, it takes interactivity to a higher level. Pwede natin sabihin siguro yun. Kasi you can actually create a quiz in Kotobi. It can lead to other external links like YouTube or Wikipedia. So, yun po. Let's begin po. So, when you actually open up Kotobi, you would have two options initially. So, you have the fixed layout and the reflowable layout. So, what does this mean? Ang reflowable layout po, ito po yung sa kahit anong device nyo tingnan, automatically po, nag-a-adjust si ebook to match your screen. So, halimbawa po, nasa desktop po kayo, so medyo mas malawak po ang nakikita natin, automatic po, mag-a-adjust po yung mga lines natin, yung sentences, yung paragraphs, to fit it better. Diba? So, pag nag-transfer po tayo sa phone, magre-refit din po yung content natin. Kaya po makikita nyo po dito, it explains here that reflowing text gives excellent visibility on mobile with support for font size adjustments. Ngayon po, ang kinaibahan po ni fixed layout, ito po yung typical PDF na encounter natin, 'di ba? Halimbawa, may memo po na parang photo lang siya na when you view it in a phone halimbawa, maliit lang po siya. And then pag zoom po natin 'yon, literal po na parang nagzo-zoom lang po tayo into a photo, 'di ba? So it's always best to use the reflowable layout when first creating your ebook, okay? So, dito po sa Kotobi, meron na din po tayong templates. Pero it's usually reserved for yung mga pro accounts. By the way, Kotobi is actually free with some limitations. Like the number of chapters is until 25, and then the file size is only 25 MB. But you can always upgrade if you need. And I think for public school teachers, I think back then last year, nagbigay din po si central office ng accounts that they could use. Okay? So dito po tayo sa reflowable layout. Let's just click blank. Ayan. So, kung makikita nyo po yung pinaka-interface ng Kotobi, dito po tayo muna sa pinaka-gitna. Manonotice nyo po na it's like a typical word processor, like Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Ayan po. So you have the format here. So like in Microsoft Word, pwedeng normal, may heading, may font. Although with Kotobi, I think it uses the most common fonts lang like Arial, Century Gothic, Comic Sans, etc. And then the size, of course. And then you have the bold, the italics, and the underline. So dito po sa pinakagitna yung white space na to, dito po yung input natin. Ito po yung pinaka-canvas po natin, we could say. Na like the paper in Microsoft Word. So this is where you would type. So yes, this is where you would type. Okay. So usually nga po, ma-mention ko lang din na when I hold trainings like this, I ask the participants to siguro I give them 5 minutes to also do what I do. Pero yun nga po, in this session siguro, pwede nyo po balikan na at ulitin po yung session natin habang ginagawa nyo po. Okay? So this is the canvas. This is our canvas. Pero punta muna po tayo dito sa bandang left side. And here you would see the book chapters actually. So here is you would usually input the cover image. Dito naman po yung book title. So halimbawa, dito po lalagay natin, sample ebook. And then we can create a chapter. Let's say this one is the copyright page. And then we would click new chapter. And then again, tatanungin po kayo ng Kotobi kung anong gusto nyong gamitin, kung reflowable or fixed layout. So always use reflowable. And then you can have, like, let's say, the introductory page. So when using Kotobi, hindi nyo naman po kailangan talaga na dito mismo kayo gagawa agad. So you can have manuscripts actually that's made in Microsoft Word. So for our public school teachers here, baka po na isa po kayo sa mga nag-digitize ng ating mga supplementary learning resources, 'di ba? We can actually copy and paste our materials into Kotobi, 'di ba? So let's create another chapter, and this is where we would be, let's say, lesson 1. Okay. So yun nga po, let me just bring up a sample module. So let's say, since na-mention po, I actually I used to be a filmmaker. I actually created some modules back then for filmmaking. So ito po, let me just copy and paste so you can see what it would look like when we copy and paste directly into Kotobi. Okay. So ayan po. So as you can see, with reflowable layout po kasi, it's actually a line by line setup. So what that means actually is an image takes the place of a single line as well as a sentence. So pag ayan po, kung nakikita nyo, it's in the same line pag binackspace natin. So paano po ba to? Kung halimbawa sa cellphone gagamitin ang ating material, paano po natin makikita kung maayos po ba ang formatting natin? Okay, so punta po tayo dito sa upper left corner. You would see edit, customize, export, and manage. So with customize, we click customize. And this is actually, we can actually preview our work here. So dito po sa this is how we would see it in full view on a web page, halimbawa. Pero we can actually, dito po pala dito sa upper right platform, dito sa upper right corner. Dito po sa platform, we can choose which platform we would be using. Halimbawa, ito po, may Samsung Galaxy, may iPad. So, let's say on a normal cellphone like Huawei, this is what it would look like. So, parang ina-emulate niya po yung Kotobi Reader. By the way, the Kotobi Reader is the counterpart of Kotobi Author used to open these interactive ebooks. Okay? So, punta po tayo dun sa lesson 1. And since yun pala, one caveat with copy and pasting photos directly into the Kotobi is sometimes hindi yan nababasa since copy and pasted siya. So later we would be showing you how to properly upload a photo into this ebook. Okay? Pero as you can see, like I said, since it's a reflowable layout, nag-auto-fit po yung content natin dito sa device natin. So, let's say, gusto natin lumipat sa desktop. Ayun, nakikita nyo po na nag-auto-fit po ulit siya. Okay, and let's try a tablet. Let's say an iPad. Ganun din po. So, at least within within Kotobi Author, you would actually get to preview what you are doing in multiple devices. So, yun po yung kinaganda ni Kotobi is optimized po siya sa different devices. Okay? Okay, so balik po tayo dito sa edit. So, we've discussed the chapters. Let's go naman po dito sa the right corner. These are what you would call your elements or tools na pwede nyong gamitin for the creation of your ebook. So that let's just delete this photo for a moment. And let's take at the very first element that we actually see dito sa toolbox natin. It's actually image. So when we click that, magkakaroon po ng pop-up na pwede kayo mag-add ng image. And may choice din po pala na you could choose free images. So what do we mean by free images? Usually these are copyright free or royalty free na the photographers give us permission to use actually these photos for our ebooks. So yun nga po, ma-mention ko lang din po na ang artwork po kasi, ang videos, ang photos, ang music, they actually have their own copyrights. So hindi po tayo pwede dito na yung common po kasi 'di ba sa social media, yung pag mag-share ka ng photo or video, lalagay na natin sa ilalim ng caption is yung CTTO, 'di ba? Or copyright credits to the owner. So medyo po kasi ang copyright, medyo let's say risky business siya when it comes to permission and usage. So as much as possible, let's try to use free media. So actually we have websites like freepic.com or pexels.com that actually offer free images that you can use. Okay po. So let's go back. And let's say you have a photo on your desktop or your computer that you would like to use na i-upload nyo dito sa ebook nyo. So let's click add image. And let's say this photo of a woman taking a picture. So ayan po. Nakikita nyo po parang in-upload niya dito sa ating pop-up yung photo. May thumbnail na siya doon. And nakikita po natin dito yung file name niya. So, ibig sabihin, it's ready for uploading. But before we click create, make sure na naka-auto po yung width and height niya as well as the text wrapping naka-none po. Okay? And the position should be reflowable. Kasi pag fixed po yan, yun nga po, magkakaroon po tayo ng problems with the formatting when it comes to actually publishing our EPUB. Okay, so let's click create. Ayan po, nakita natin na yun nga po, since line by line siya, medyo malaki siya at first. Pero when we go back to our preview, ayan, so nag-auto fit po siya depending sa screen na ginagamit natin. Okay? So going back to our edit, when going back to our toolbox, when we actually look at image, dun po sa right niya is gallery. So what this does actually is instead of one image, you can actually upload parang a slideshow. So let me show you. So let's just delete that. By the way, to delete images or other media, you just hover your mouse and then usually parang may tab po dito. And then you can click delete. And then it would ask you if you really want to delete the object. So, yun nga po, may caution tayo na baka ma-accidentally ma-delete natin yung what we don't intend to delete. Ayan. So, when clicking a gallery, you can actually drag and drop. Pero, yun nga po, if hindi po kayo comfortable with dragging and dropping, you can still click here. And then may lalabas po dapat dyan na window where you can choose which photos to upload. So, I think hindi nyo nakikita since ayun na, nakikita naman pala. Ayan. So, ayun po, nakita nyo, in-upload nyo dito sa thumbnail. Nagkaroon tayo ng thumbnail dito. And when we go to settings, sa gallery width, usually nag-auto fit yan depending on what the biggest size is. So, the scale should cover or contain. Let's click contain. And then text wrapping again is none. And then create. Let's see what happens. Ayan. So, kung makikita nyo po, meron siyang arrows dito. That is to indicate that it is actually a gallery. So, while in the edit mode, you cannot actually look at the second picture. So, you would have to go to customize and then preview again your work. Ayan. So, when we click here, we can actually look at this illustration of Yoyoy William. Sorry, it's the only material that I currently have. So it's medyo unrelated po siya sa topic ng module natin, pero this is just to illustrate what you can do with a gallery. So sometimes gusto nyo po maglagay dito ng entire slideshow presentation, like a PowerPoint presentation. Halimbawa, step-by-step process po siya na, halimbawa, how to take a photo using a camera. Diba? So let's say you created a PowerPoint presentation in PowerPoint, you can export that into JPEGs, yung usual photo format po natin. And then you can upload those slides into the gallery. And then our learners can actually view them using this gallery. Diba? So that it's one of the ways that we can make our modules interactive. Diba? So now, let's go to the third element that we can use, which is link. Okay. So what is link? This is literally a link that can be linked to a pop-up message, a URL, or even an image, di ba? So paano po ito gamitin? So ang suggested po natin na way na gamitin ang link is you would be linking a text that you typed in and then highlighting it, and then you would click link. Okay. So, ang default po niya is to a website. So, it would link to a website, diba? So, halimbawa, meron po kayong article na gusto ipabasa sa bata concerning the term, halimbawa, celluloid. So, let's look at a sample article about celluloid. Let's say a Wikipedia article. So, let's paste that URL here. And then click create. So what you would immediately notice is yung word na celluloid, bigla siya naging kulay blue. Kasi it was originally black like silicone. So that means na naging link na po yung word na hinighlight natin. So again, let's go back to customize just to see if what happened or what happened. Okay. So when we click celluloid, what would happen is it would open up an external link of what you pasted in the settings kanina. So dahil po Wikipedia article ang nilagay natin kanina, ito po yung bumukas. So this happens actually within the app itself. Pero ang caveat po natin sa ganito is tawag dito, hindi siya gagana pag walang internet connection yung device. Okay? So, yun lang po ang medyo mahirap kasi pag halimbawa ang gagamit po nung ebook natin ay walang internet, constant internet communication, internet connection, walang constant internet connection, may mga links po sila na hindi mabubuksan. Diba? Pero may workaround naman po tayo dyan. So, paano po? Let's say, silicone. We can click link. And if you would notice dito sa gray area, may nakalagay to website, to book location, and then is a pop-up message. So, pwede po kayo mag-input ng message dito. So, what we can do dyan, instead of inputting a link to the term silicone, we can actually copy and paste, halimbawa, the definition of the word. So, ayan po. This is also from Wikipedia. So, if you click create, it also turns blue, meaning it's also a link. So, let's go back to preview. So, when we click silicone, instead of an external link opening up, it opens up a pop-up message. So, it defines silicone. So, based on experience po, mas okay po siya gamitin kasi mas safer siya in a way na hindi siya nagle-link externally. So, even without internet connection, nagiging interactive pa rin yung ebook natin. Since it's self-contained po yung mga materials natin compared with an external link na if wala na pong internet connection, hindi na po mabubuksan ng bata or ng user. Okay? So we can skip, dito balik po tayo sa toolbox natin. We can skip anchor kasi this is usually used for bookmarking lang naman. And then we have questions. Okay? So what do we mean by questions? So, by the way, tip din po, since this is a line-by-line formatting, always be aware of where your cursor is. So, right now po, nasa baba na po siya. Kasi minsan, hindi tayo nagiging aware na in the middle of a paragraph po siya. So, minsan mag-insert po tayo ng image. Bilang magugulat na lang po tayo, nasira po yung formatting ng paragraph natin. Okay? So, always make sure that your cursor is in a clear line, is on an empty line. So, when we click questions, ayan. This is actually you can actually create a quiz within Kotobi. Okay. So, let's put question set title here. So, let's say activity 1. And then dito po sa kabila may response. So, pwedeng score only, score and answer report, or do nothing. What does this mean? It means pag sinagot po ng ating learner or user ang quiz natin, pwedeng ang papakita lang sa kanila yung score or pwedeng may score and answer report. Ang answer report po, ibig sabihin ipapakita niya kung ano yung which questions they got right and which ones they got wrong. Okay? So, siguro nasa inyo na po yun kung which one you would be using, pero siguro maganda yung score and answer report para po na ma-monitor, nalalaman po din nila kung ano yung mga tamang sagot. Okay? So, we actually have types of questions here. So, may true and false. May MCQ, that's multiple choice question, single choice. Multiple choice question, multiple answer. Short answer, drag and drop, and separator. So, like pag makikita nyo po dito, actually, ang usable lang for free users is yung true or false and yung multiple choice question, single choice. Okay? So, let's click true or false. Okay. So, I guess this is self-explanatory. You input a question here, or a statement rather. So, halimbawa, let's say photography is all about taking photos. So, we know that this statement is true. So, dito po after po ng tawag ito ng canvas natin or ng paper natin where we input the question, we can actually select the correct answer here. So, may drop down po dito. It's either true or false. So, we know this one is true. So, let's just put it there, true. Now, to add another question, makikita nyo po itong parang teal buttons dito, you would click another one. So, true and false ulit. And then may lalabas na item number 2 dito sa baba nung first question natin. So, let's input a statement like, you can take a photo using only, let's say, a water bottle. Water bottle. So we know the statement is false. So let's go to the drop down and click false. Okay. So I guess this is an okay sample quiz. So let's click create. And makikita nyo po dito, parang nagkaroon ng box dito where you can answer, well, not in the edit tab. Pero pag pumunta po tayo dito sa customize, we can preview our quiz. So nandito po tayo sa baba. So you have two buttons here, submit answers and clear answers. Okay. So submit usually, I mean not usually, when we say submit, i-check niya na po kung ano yung mga questions that you got right and got wrong. So for example, true and false. So when we submit our answers here, ayan, meron po tayo agad report kung ano yung question na tama at question na mali. Yun nga, yung which questions we got right. So let's try, we can try the activity again by clicking clear answers. So let's say true and then also true. So when we submit answers, our score is 50 over 100 since we got one question wrong. Okay. So that is the questions element. Pero we can also edit it again. By the way, halimbawa po meron na kayong nailagay na quiz and you want to edit it. Again, just hover your mouse cursor here over the element that you want to edit. And then pag lumabas na po yung tab, you can click the teal button na nakalagay na parang pencil and it would edit it. So let's click that. Ayan. So you can also reorder your questions by clicking these buttons here. Ayan. So let's try a multiple choice question, single choice. So let's say this is the genre of photography that deals with photos of faces of people. So this is actually called portraiture. So, pero let's since this is a multiple choice question, single choice, you would have to put in other options. So let's say travel photography, portrait photography, wildlife photography. And then for our last one would be, let's say, wedding photography. So you can actually add an extra choice. Let's say, bird watching, halimbawa. So to choose the correct answer, like the true and false, after po nung choice natin, meron button dito, which yun po nakikita nyo, select the correct answer. So when you click that, and then you should usually create, pero since we edited the initial activity, ayan. So lumabas na po siya. So again, going back to customize, we can preview our work. Ayan. So let's try our activity again. Let's say true, false, and bird watching. So when we submit our answers, ayan, may computation na po ng overall grade out of 100 since we got one question incorrect. So going back to the settings, I believe you can actually edit the scoring options. And then yet, ito po, yung score. May passing score and then may total score. Okay. So that's for our questions. And then next we have video. So again, like image, this is actually just uploading a media. So ang kinaibahan niya po sa image is actually, we can actually directly get videos from YouTube. So limbawa, let's find a video about photography. So here's a sample video. And then we can create. So again, hindi nyo po siya ma-view while in the editing page. So you would have to go to the customize tab to preview. So as you can see in Kotobi, it's ano po eh. Kumbaga pabalik-balik po kayo lagi between edit and customize to look at what you have created. Okay? So ayan. It's loading. Okay.
The way there.
So again, the caveat here is if wala pong internet yung user natin, hindi po nila ma-view yung mismong video. Okay. So let's edit our video and then let's try to upload something na from within your computer. So instead of clicking video URL, let's click here sa add video file. So click the add video file button and then it would open up the window where you can browse for the file that you are looking for. So halimbawa ito, this is a nursery rhyme or sa Filipino folk song. And then ayan po, makikita natin na since na wala po siyang thumbnail pero yung file name po naka-indicate na doon, meaning that it's primed for uploading. So let's click edit. So visually here sa editing page, if inedit nyo lang po yung initial video, wala pong changes na mangyayari. Pero when you go to customize, it would be loading again. Okay, lesson 1. And then it's the song na. So, ayan. So, yun nga po, isa po din sa caveat when uploading directly to Kotobi is it would also be eating up the maximum file size that you can use, which is 25 MB. So, ang suggested po natin, if gusto po talaga natin self-contained yung yung ebook natin, meaning wala tayong external links, is we use very small file sizes. Okay? So, hangga't posible po yung mga less than 1 MB. Of course, ang magsasuffer lang po dun is yung resolution ng videos natin. Pero I guess that's better than not being able to watch dahil wala pong internet yung user. Diba? So the same goes with audio, that instead of a video file, you would be uploading a audio file. Wala lang po akong audio file dito currently, pero it functions the same way as a video file. Okay? This, with audio sync, it's usually just for, yun nga po, with a video, you sync naman the text. Ang container naman po, this is basically just a parang tawag dito, container like this one. As you can see, may box po siya, so that's a container. Okay. So, the best way to actually learn Kotobi is using it. Kasi it's very intuitive naman po. Although siguro at first glance baka medyo ma-intimidate kayo dahil there's a lot of buttons here. Pero yun nga po, it's very intuitive. Just like Google Forms or any tool creation device, di ba? So, let's save our work na. So, babalik po tayo dito sa chapters, dito sa left side natin, and hahanapin po natin yung icon na diskette. Okay? So, this one, the save button. Okay, so let's say sample ebook, save. Okay. So, may makikita kayo na ebooks save successfully. Okay. Pero ibig po ba sabihin nun pwede na natin siya ipagamit sa users natin? Hindi pa po. We need to actually publish our ebook into the EPUB format. Kasi if hindi po kayo aware, ang ating Kotobi ay gumagamit ng proprietary file extension which is the KPUB2 file. Okay? So marami po nagpapasa sa amin dati when it comes to digitized modules na KPUB2 po yung format na sinasabit nila. Unfortunately po kasi hindi siya magagamit kasi it's still a Kotobi author format. So ang kailangan po talaga natin dito is yung EPUB na na-mention ni Teacher Lynette kanina. So how would we be doing that? Okay. So pupunta po tayo dito sa export. Ayan. And then, yun nga po, ito na nakalagay. Package your ebook in standard formats to easily run on external ebook readers and devices. So, makikita nyo po dito, the very first option is actually EPUB. So, may description din naman po. So, if EPUB is the official ebook standard used by many software and devices. Okay? So, ang kinaibahan po ni EPUB sa EPUB encrypted, ang encrypted po is may password. So, we don't really need that. Plus, this is an option that's actually only available for premium users. Okay? So, may Kindle din po for those that actually have a Kindle. So, proprietary format din po siya ng, I think, Amazon. And then we have PDF and Word doc. So, baka po matatanong nyo, bakit hindi na lang po PDF or Word doc ang gamitin natin? Bakit kailangan EPUB pa? Kasi with Word doc and PDF po, mawawala po yung interactivity ng ating ebook. Okay. So, EPUB lang po talaga ang mariretain yung mga elements na ginamit natin to make our ebook interactive. Diba? So, yun naman po yung dahilan kung bakit tayo gumagamit ng Kotobi, which is to make an interactive ebook. Okay. So, let's click create. Ayan po. So, mag-open up po ulit yung window and then you can click save. Okay. The file has been exported successfully. So, minsan po, instead na yan po ang lalabas, makikita nyo is the file exceeded 25 MB. So, that means po, masyado po siguro mabigat yung media na in-upload natin. And then, since limited nga po ang free version to 25 MB only, you would need to either reduce the file size of your media or yun nga po, baka mas okay na gawin na lang natin external link. Pero hanggat posible po kasi, mas maganda po talaga na self-contained po yung ating ebook. Meaning, lahat ng media natin or lahat ng ginamit natin na yun nga, na media or images or links, kumaga walang external link. Okay? So, let's look at it using Kotobi Reader. So, like I said kanina po, ang Kotobi Author, ito po yung ebook creation tool. So, ang counterpart niya po, para mabuksan po natin, itong ebook na to, is Kotobi Reader. So, hindi po siya pwede i-open sa Adobe Reader dahil hindi po natin magagamit ang interactive functions ng ebook natin. Okay. So, let me show you what it would look like. So, let me just open up Kotobi Reader. Okay, so magsa-switch lang po ako ng screen. Okay. So, nakikita na po ba? Ayan. So, I think nakikita
Yes,
na.
sir.
Okay, ayan. So, as you can see, may yung iba kong ebooks dito na division modules nandito pa. Pero yun nga, let's open up our EPUB file. So, let's go to this one. So, if makikita nyo po, the one with the brown, tawag dito, frame, that's our EPUB file. I think nakikita nyo din po yung file size niya, which is 7.61 MB. So, medyo malayo pa naman sa 25 MB. Pero you would be surprised po at how much content you can actually upload before reaching 25 MB. Okay? So, that's one way of knowing which one is the EPUB file and which one is the KPUB2 file. Ang KPUB2 file po natin, or Kotobi author file, ganito po itsura. Wala po siyang brown na frame. And this is this is when you have both Kotobi author and reader installed. Pag hindi po kasi siya naka-install, may blank lang po ang makikita nyo, parang blank paper file lang siya, or paper icon lang. So again, to view our ebook, we can click open. Ayan na po siya. So hindi po natin nalagyan yung copyright and introductory page ng text ng content Pero let's go to lesson 1. And yun nga po. Kumbaga kung ano po yung nakikita natin sa preview kanina, ito na po siya. Ito na po yung final product natin. Which can be used in our mobile devices or in our, yun nga po, sa desktop natin as long as we have Kotobi Author. So, pwede po natin to gamitin sa mobile devices natin. We just have to install the Kotobi Reader file. Kotobi Reader app. Again, so our external link works. So you can this is actually parang a mini browser din within Kotobi Reader. So you can actually browse if you have internet. Ayan. So let's click that. And then our pop-up works. So yun nga po, ang suggestion po natin para po hindi kumaga hindi mawalan ng or hindi ma-leave behind yung walang internet. We can use pop-up message instead of an external link. Ayan. So again, our activity can be done. So ayan, may score po tayo, 100 over 100. And our video works. Ayan. So yung tulad nga po ng sabi natin kanina, pag self-contained po siya, meaning lahat po ng media niya ay actually embedded into the EPUB, mas okay po. So, yun lang naman po ang pinaka-basic ways of using Kotobi Author and Reader. So, I'm wondering if you have questions po.
Okay, thank you, Sir Brian, for that. Okay. Actually, we'll now, welcome also back to Teacher Lynette from the backstage. Okay. So we could entertain, get into panel discussion. Pero meron mga questions na po, Sir Brian, no? Ayan, natin si Teacher Lynette. Okay. Welcome back, Teacher Lynette. Okay. And so teachers, you can now ask your questions to both Teacher Lynette and Teacher Brian. Okay. In general, no, I think this one is for Teacher Brian. Okay, on results of quizzes. Okay, from Sir Richard Rosilio. Makukuha ba po ba ni teacher ang result ng quiz under Kotobi Reader?
Actually po, may setting po siya na yung report po na may email sa teacher. Pero yun nga po, tulad ng sabi natin, yung caveat po dun is pag walang internet yung user natin, hindi po siya magre-report. Yun lang naman po yung
Yes, so we can, no? Parang ang galing nun, no? Kahit naka EPUB file na, pwede pa rin makuha yung results. Kaya yun nga lang, magiging limitation. So, teacher, siguro, a reminder is that you'll have to really know your students. Kung ano yung devices or access nila sa internet to be able to give them the right settings at kung ano yung ilalagay natin sa ating mga ebook. Yeah. Okay, other questions, teachers? Okay, I'm actually waiting for Teacher Pao. Meron ka bang questions from our other speakers habang ako'y naghahanap ng yes?
The one I saw was, may nakita akong question kung can this app be used to edit a newspaper? 'Di ba you were also engaging in that. Pwede daw ba siyang mag-edit ng newspaper? Maybe Sir Brian?
With, tawag dito, I think you can kasi meron po tayong fixed layout format dun sa na-discuss ko po kanina na it would function like what in Canva and in Photoshop or InDesign na i-fix lang po natin yung layout mismo ng content natin. So, meaning, pag naglipat po siya ng device, hindi po magre-refit yung ating content. So, pwede po.
Thank you, Sir Brian. I think in terms of sharing, Teacher Lynette and Teacher Brian, what's the best way to share? Baba ko lang tong comment ni Teacher Richard, no? What's the best way, for example, to share, Teacher Lynette? What's your your suggestion or opinion when we are sharing files, no, or ebook coming from Canva? And also, that's the same question for Sir Brian. How do we share the files to our student? At ano yung mga requirements nila? So, say for example, kung galing sa Canva yung files at anong format, anong application yung required, no? Kasi syempre kailangan i-prepare natin yung mga students natin to receive the file. Kasi kung wala sila ng proper settings or applications, baka hindi rin nila mabasa yung file natin. Go, Teacher Lynette, you first. Ay, Teacher Lynette, naka-mute ka, Teacher Lynette.
Hello po again. Good evening po. Thank you. So for me po, what I am doing is I am sharing po kapag po sa mga colleagues ko, co-teacher, I use the share button. So when I share button, it instantly shares the templates that I made already, the ebooks or the presentations I made. Pero pag when it's this for the students, I don't download it as PDF file muna. So I download it as PDF file and then send it to their emails. Like what Sir Franco said earlier, kasi pag mga share for students, there will be instances na for example, walang internet, so mahihirapan na silang buksan or it might appear blurry on their part, pixelated, something like that. So I usually use that for colleagues, co-teachers, or for you, teachers also, to share my template, something like that. But best way is to save it as PDF file first para kahit saan ma-open nila, easy access, nasa document lang, file, or even to their emails. Ayun lang po.
May universality kasi si PDF, mas madaling magamit. Hindi basta-basta nagbabago yung format. Go ahead, Sir Brian. How do we share the file to our students and what do our students need to be able to access these files from Kotobi?
Actually, si Kotobi Reader po, meron siyang built-in na shared library. So you have the option actually to upload your material into the parang cloud ni Kotobi. Kasi may sarili siyang parang brand ng cloud storage. So, ang kinaganda po nun, pag meron kayong app na Kotobi Reader sa phone, you can directly access the material kung may internet connection kayo. Again, may internet connection. Pero since ang limitations nun is hindi siya kasing organized let's say na directly binibigay sa inyo. So you actually have to search for the file itself. So what we did in the division, gumawa po kami ng learning resource portal. So lahat po ng modules natin na locally developed, sinorse po namin sa teachers natin or digitizers na tinatawag natin na sila po mismo, ang teachers po natin ang gumawa ng digital or ng Kotobi file na modules. And then what we did para mas madali i-share sa students natin is naka-upload po yung portal natin using Google Drive. So, like PDF po kasi when it comes to Google, yun nga po tulad ng sabi niyo may universality po siya. So, parang lahat naman na tayo, may Google accounts at nakaka-access po tayo ng Google Drive. So, they simply have to download the EPUB file from our LR portal, and then they can open it using Kotobi Reader, whether on phone or on computers. So, yun po.
Libre naman si Kotobi Reader. Chineck ko kanina eh. Pwede mo siya i-download sa mobile, sa Play Store, so downloadable siya. So yun lang kailangan ng ating mga estudyante. Sir Brian, meron isang follow-up question dito kanina and I think may mga math teachers tayo na concerned about inserting formulas. Kaya I think that's could also be a question to Teacher Lynette. Paano tayo pwedeng mag-insert ng mga formulas like that? Ano yung mga suggestions or tips niyo para sa mga teachers natin? Maybe we could start with Sir Brian now. Yes, go ahead,
Hello,
Sir
sorry
Brian.
medyo lag.
Okay lang.
Sorry medyo
Okay
lag.
lang.
Actually, meron element doon na hindi ko na-explain kanina kasi medyo hindi ko pa siya gamay kasi kumbaga takot ako sa math eh. Pero meron po siyang equation doon na you can input the formulas of your your formulas. So hindi ko kasi siya medyo magamay kasi nga hindi ako specialist sa math. So it's better to actually practice it. So download nyo na lang po yung app and then see how it would fit your type of questions halimbawa. Kung paano nila maipapakita yung equation, paano siya masasagot dun sa quiz sa questions, sa activities. So yun po sa Kotobi.
Go ahead, sir. Thank you, Sir Brian. Go ahead, Teacher Lynette.
For formulas po, honestly, I haven't tried using that in Canva yet. Kung yung mga formulas, hindi ko pa po siya na-explore kung meron po siyang ganun sa Canva. Siguro like Sir Brian, takot din po ako sa math. So,
Hindi ko pa personally talaga nakita kung meron tayong functionality to insert elements eh. Pero parang wala pa eh. Lalo na sa Canva. I don't think meron tayong functionality to insert formulas. Okay, so siguro, Sir Teacher Pao, naka-encounter ka na ba given your experience or
Well, kasi I've been using Microsoft OneNote for all and Word talaga. Yun yung ginagamit ko to insert equations. That has yet to be discovered, no? Nandun pa lang tayo kay MS. But if and when I've explored and made more presentations, I'll be glad to share. If that's a perennial question kasi, no? Kasi ang hirap nga talaga magsulat ng equation, napakalaking problema niyan para sa mga math teachers. Yan. So, if
yes,
anyone in
okay.
the chat box has actually done formulas, no, please do share it with us kung meron po kayong nakita.
Oo, pero for now wala pa. No, kasi syempre tinignan ko rin yung Canva. Limited yung mga buttons niya. Wala talaga for now yung functionality for equations. So sa Kotobi meron, okay? Nakita ko rin kanina may button doon that says equation. You can click on that. Hindi lang tayo sure na teachers if it covers all the equations, no, lalo na yung mga complex equations natin. So sure tayo for Kotobi. For Canva, ang workaround dyan, teachers, is to capture yung equations nyo as images. Tapos insert as images lang yung equations natin. I think that's the best option for now. Okay. As for a native functionality for Canva, inserting equations, baka hindi pa siya available. Okay. So, at i-feedback natin yan, no? Siyempre, kabangga ang siko natin si Canva, sabihin natin. Paki-insert naman yung equations para makatulong din sa mga teachers natin. Anyway, so teachers, do we have other questions or concerns or insight? Go ahead,
Yeah.
Teacher Pao.
Actually, ang nakikita ko dito is more on parang we can say app smashing, but because teachers have already done files before, they want to make use of it. Possible ba siyang import to
Mm.
Canva or to Kotobi para at least siyempre tipid na yung effort, ayusin na lang nila siguro yung layout, ganyan. Pero meron na silang existing content. Is that possible? Yan, yung may nakita ko dito from PowerPoint presentation, I think.
Yeah. PowerPoint presentation, I believe possible yung Teacher Pao, 'di ba? Nai-import talaga siya. Yung PowerPoint presentation tapos nako-convert mo siya into Canva presentation.
Yeah, how about sa
Um,
yata? Sa Kotobi din tinatanong ni
With
sir.
Kotobi po, ang workaround natin dito is we actually export our presentation into images. And then we use the gallery, yung gallery function po. And then parang slideshow presentation na rin po siya. So they just have to swipe, I think. So yun po.
Parang ganun, tama,
Converted to
no? Okay.
images nga talaga. At least 'di
Let's
ba?
go.
Na from zero effort, 'di ba? So aayusin mo na lang siya, magiging gallery mas madali lang for the kids.
Yes. Just imagine, no, your entire presentation is actually in Kotobi, EPUB as well, EPUB file. Okay, that's actually going to. Although again, sabi nga lang, paulit-ulit si Sir Brian kanina, no, ingat tayo sa files. Kasi syempre, habang dumadami at bumibigat yung mga elements na nilalagay natin sa Kotobi, EPUB file natin, okay, bumibigat din, no? Okay, and baka malampasan natin yung 25 limit natin. Again, that's for the free access, okay? At siyempre kung gusto natin pero Sir Brian, yung binigay ng central office ay premium or ano rin 'to, limited din?
Ano po, premium siya kasi yung free naman po, anyone can actually avail of
Can
it.
access, oo.
Okay. So I don't know if it's still being given or may time lang siya last year. So anyway, may
Yeah.
na mga nabigyan po na ano.
Okay, yun. Tingnan natin 'no, inquire tayo sa ating mga supervisors, baka nandun pa, baka floating pa, sayang hindi na nagagamit yung premium account natin. Of course, for Canva, I posted kanina that all our K-12 educators 'no, can access definitely can access free Canva for Education accounts 'no, regardless kung naka-DepEd email po kayo or naka personal Google account kayo or personal email kayo. Puwedeng-puwede niyo po 'yang gamitin 'no. Nag-send po ako ng link kanina sa ating chat box, okay? So, Teacher Pao, I think wala tayong masyadong questions 'no, for our speakers 'no. We can now, show our appreciation of course, okay, for our 2 speakers for today, by presenting our, certificate of appreciation to our 2 speakers. Teacher Pao, could you kindly read the citation for our speakers for today?
All right. So, Kaagapay Teacher Support presents a certificate of appreciation to teacher Lynette Del Castillo for sharing her knowledge and expertise in the recently concluded webinar entitled Book Creator and Kotobi Workshop, Creating Ebook for Distance Learning, awarded today, September 16, 2021, signed by the Kaagapay administrators, Sir Joseph Angelo Santos, myself, Sir Angelo Malyari, and Sir Franco Nicolo Adon. The same certificate is also presented to Sir Brian Spencer Reyes. Thank you so much. Cheers, no? Thank you so much for sharing. This is really totally new. No, bagong-bago sa akin yung interface. Actually, Sir Franco, mai-add ko lang, no. Nung nakita ko kanina yung interface ng ginagawa din ni Sir Brian, sabi ko dati, you hire people to lay out. Kasi takot na takot kang gawin yun. 'Di ba parang hindi mo siya turf. Pero now, parang yung mga teachers, I can see, no, with the way teachers are actually interacting, hindi na sila takot dun sa app na parang, okay, sige, gagawin namin to. Mas may control, di ba? Dati kasi papagawa mo lang, gano'n, na parang meron ng bahala dun. Pero the teachers are really exploring, no, ways na dati parang kailangan ata parang mala-web developer yung datingan mo bago ka makagawa ng mga paganyang EPUB na yan, 'di ba? Hindi natin alam yung extension file name na yan dati, no? But salute to all the teachers who've been studying different formats right now.
Correct, correct 'no. Maraming salamat 'no. For our 2 speakers, Sir Brian and Teacher Lynette 'no, maraming salamat. Before we let you go 'no, we'd like to ask a message 'no, from you, to our teachers. Our teachers just, especially our public school teachers, just recently started the second pandemic school year just this week. Okay, so any message, Teacher Lynette first, maybe? Ladies first.
Hello, good evening dun sa mga nandito pa. So, thank you so much again for joining us for this session. So, I think my message will just um, be flexible lang. So, and be ready to explore because in online distance learning, I think yun yung isa sa mga kailangan natin, maging flexible kasi today, hindi natin alam yung application na to, but like me, I am not familiar with Kotobi, but since Sir Brian introduced it to us, alam na natin kung ano yung Kotobi and kung saan siya pwedeng magamit. So, every day is an exploration. So, don't give up chores kapag feeling nyo hindi nyo na kaya, 'di ba? Nakaka-burnout minsan yung mga ang daming applications, ang daming kailangan aralin. But I think being flexible is and being open to new learnings is what will makes us survive this situation. Thank you so much po.
Thank you, Teacher Lynette. Okay, Sir Brian?
Well, yun nga po, as part of the learning resource management section, mandate po talaga namin na mabigyan ng teachers natin ng tools or resources nga po na in the aid of the learning of our learners. So, I know that sometimes parang very difficult. Yun nga po, nakaka-intimidate yung mga interface, especially to our older teachers. I just want to let you know, we just want to let you know that we're with you every step of the way and we'll gladly help you if nahihirapan kayo. Kasi yun nga po talaga ang mandate namin and our advocacy is to provide more more tools for you in aid of teaching. Ayun po.
Yun. Thank you. Maraming salamat, Sir Brian, Teacher Lynette. No, again, endless thanks no as Teacher Lynette. Si Teacher Lynette, by the way, ay makikita ko ulit natin kasi kinontrata ko na ulit siya for our October series. Okay? At iko-correct ko yung sarili ko, it's pair deck, no? Yung mako-cover ni Teacher Lynette sa ating October series. Okay? Syempre, in-announce ko na no, para hindi na makatakas sa atin si
Correct.
Teacher Lynette, no? Because si Teacher Lynette, by the way, no, is a pair deck coach, no? Talagang immersed no, sa paggamit ng napakaganda yung tool na yan, Teacher Pao. Anyway, we'll talk about that
Yes.
soon in
Agree.
October series. Okay, so Sir Brian and Teacher Lynette, maraming salamat and we'll now be bye to you, teachers. Okay, let's say our thanks no and our virtual applause okay, to our speakers for today for spending their time with us. Okay, maraming salamat po.
Ang
Yan,
galing ng
Teacher Pao.
reassurance ni Sir Brian. Reassure, 'di
Oo.
ba? Reassure si Sir Brian na they're there. 'Di ba? The team is
Oo.
there every step of the way.
Hindi siya basta oo, talagang na may tulong 'no. At sometimes yan yung minsan na nami-miss ng mga teachers natin na meron alam namin mahirap, okay? Pero laging may mga venue at laging may mga taong tutulong talaga like Sir Brian, yung office nila. Of course 'no, Kaagapay Teacher Support is will always be there 'no, teachers na para sa inyong lahat, okay? Ngayon, Teacher Pao, bago tayo siguro magbigay ng ating evaluation link ay gusto ko muna invite mo natin sila no sa ating next session on Saturday. Yan.
Right? So, ayan,
Ito na
on
Teacher Pao, para sa
Saturday,
iyo tong session na to.
yun na nga, rediscovering love for teaching, practical tips and staying motivated and driven. Saktong-sakto sa pag-start ng school year, no? When we are actually in doubt, everything's, hindi ka sure. Previous webinars natin, may mga nagtatanong, how do you avoid burnout? Yan, I think this is very, very timely. No? We will be joined by Sir Dana Brohina and Sir Paulo Swapenko.
Sa mga
Balita
wala
ko
pa pong
na
love life, no? Ito na yun. Just kidding, teachers, no? Pero oo, hindi lang po kami sure no kung makakakuha tayo ng love life dito sa session na to, pero sure kami na makakakuha po kayo ng pagmamahal, okay? And sa ito Teacher Pao no actually really captures the idea of recharge, okay? Kasi after 1 year of the pandemic no sobrang siyempre pagod, okay, yung burnout, tired, okay, yung mga teachers natin. So dito, actually, it's not going to be we're not going to teach you, okay, in this session. It's all about like a discussion. It's all about opening up, no, doors of conversations, okay, about how do we stay motivated, okay? Kaya sana po makita po ulit namin kay teachers doon and let's all share our thoughts, ideas, insights, kay mga practical tips natin sa sarili natin kasi may kanya-kanya tayo Teacher Pao eh. Kunyari si Teacher Pao, no, ang dami niyang mga outlets no to stay that much positive. Kahit alam niyo si Teacher Pao sobrang dami niyang hats na wini-wear no at trabahong ginagawa pero nakita niyo naman no, still very positive. And that's what we want, no. So yan yung pag-uusapan natin or sana ma-create nating discussion on Saturday. Okay? So, Teacher Pao, yan ang ating session on Saturday. So, we'll all see you on Saturday, teachers. Now, while, of course, no, ito na po ang ating iniintay ng mga teachers natin, ang ating evaluation link. Okay? So, yes, Teacher Rogeline Pagulayan, this is a certified event. Okay? You're going to get a certificate after the session. Okay? Just make sure that you accomplish our form, okay, evaluation form. That will be the basis of your certificates. No, that's https okay, ://tinyurl.com /recharge03. Okay, baka pumalit tayo doon. That's 03. Okay, and inform kami if the form is working and it's good.
Yes, working.
Okay. Working yan. Yan, maraming salamat Teacher Jeffrey and Teacher Pao na for that confirmation. Teacher Pao, gusto ko mag-react kanina dun sa syempre sa sinabi rin Teacher Lynette na about learning everyday. Sa totoo. Okay? I think that's and also yung sinabi mo kanina no that talagang that's one of the bright spots of the pandemic. Okay? We were thrown off no or out of our comfort zones okay, in a way, okay? Yung mga bagay na hindi mo iniisip na kaya mo palang gawin. Kasi nga before totoo no, hindi mo iniisip before na mag-edit ng photo, hindi mo iniisip before na mag-produce ng video lessons. Hindi mo ginagawa yun. Hindi natin yun basta-basta maiisip before, okay? Hindi mo rin naisip na pwede ka palang gumawa ng ebook or kaya mo palang gumawa ng ebook or lahat ng mga tools na ginagamit mo ngayon. Those are some of the things na unthinkable before or hindi siya masyadong kino-consider before. Pero given the situation, no, we were forced into a situation na kaya pala natin. Okay, so teachers, no, isa yan sa mga reminders sa ating lahat, no, na maniwala tayo sa ating mga sarili that we are always capable. Okay, talagang kailangan natin mag-spend ng time, okay, para sa mga bagay na to. So, para mas patuloy po tayong matuto. No? Yan. Okay?
Itong
teachers,
challenge Sir Franco, no, dito talaga mapapatunayan yung sinasabing the only limit that you have is the limit that you put upon yourself. No? Kapag sinabi mo na hindi kaya, wala na talaga. Wala, kahit anong gawin, wala na talaga. Kasi you limited yourself eh. Diba?
Yes.
So, but, it's
pero
bright.
Syempre, rin, no?
Yes.
Teacher Pao, syempre, rin natin, no? Also a reminder to our teachers, no? Baka wag naman tayo masyadong too hard on ourselves, okay? Kasi syempre, may mga bagay din talaga na out of our reach. Na sometimes, in terms of like resources, in terms of time, okay? So don't be too hard on yourselves din, no? Lagi pa rin isipin na yung mga bagay na yan. So, para lang na we stay emotionally and mentally healthy. Yun. Okay, so maraming salamat teachers and we'll see you on Saturday, okay? For our public school teachers, okay, congratulations for your first week, okay? Sana po okay pa rin tayong lahat and we had a good start, okay? Maraming salamat and have a great week ahead, no, or weekend ahead, teachers.